Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanters channel. So this is the fifth and final part of my visit to Lockhouse Antiques at Whilton Locks between the M1 and the A5. Yes, get that right. And yeah, it's a real mixed bag. It's mainly vintage again. It's got one really nice piece of antique stuff I can chat about for a bit. Yes, and yeah, and I'm back in the world of not finding things. Yeah, which means that this episode has taken a long time to do, because not finding something is actually quite a lot harder than finding something. Yes, so anyway, with that said, let's get on and have a look at the glass. Got a lemonade set here with an ice catcher rim. I'm wondering, I'm not going to speculate who it's by. I think I know, but I'm going to try and find it. Yeah, if I'm wrong, I'll let you know anyway. But yeah, it's probably from 60s or 70s. We are looking at a page from Miller's 20th Century Glass by Andy McConnell. This is a good book, by the way. And yes, so I've had a really good look for this jug and glass set without any luck. And at some point, I will start going through catalogues and pulling out all the tall jugs and labeling them up somehow so that I can find things. Because there's so many and they're so similar. And this is my demonstration of how similar they are. So he says, a random selection, typical colours, blah blah blah. What he's not saying is, I don't know what these are. I don't know what any of them are. This one looks familiar. I think this one might be Krosno. Not 100% certain. Yeah, and amongst all these jugs, the body is shaped like this one. The handle is like this one here. And the pouring lip is most like this one, but it's a bit straighter here. So yeah, there's so many minor combinations of these jugs. So I do have to some point do something about it, just for myself, because I know that I could probably build a better reference than anything else that's out there, because loads of catalogues have them. Virtually every post-war catalogue will have tall jugs in it. It's a matter of pulling the pictures out so that you can see them all in one go and go, yeah, I know I can find what I'm looking for, and labeling them up somehow. But yeah, that's going to be a task and a half. And yeah, and when I do, I'll probably do a video about it. But anyway, that's it for now. I don't think I've got anything more to say. It's probably, he says 50s, 60s. It might be a bit later than that. I think this one here is later. But anyway, yeah, I couldn't find it, but it is a thing that was going on. You can see, apart from the shorter one, they've all got the same kind of tall glasses as well. Lemonade sets must have been so popular for like 20 or 30 years, and then it just died a death. Got some interesting textured Jeffrey Baxter Whitefriars here. But the bits that are more interesting are down here. You see less often, there's this one here. Can't remember what it's called, but we can look that up. Then you've got Drunken Bricklayers in orange. You've got Bamboo in Kingfisher. TV vase in orange as well, or Tangerine. Can't remember what this one's called. And I think that's Meadow Green. Yeah. Flint coffin vase. But yeah, more unusual shapes in here, and we'll try and find some of them and maybe try and suss out the prices a bit. I think the prices are okay. I just know they're not cheap. So it'd be interesting to see what eBay thinks. So we're looking at the whitefriarsglassworks.com website. This is the 1972 catalogue for Whitefriars. And I thought, I would go through some of the shapes in here because I couldn't remember them at the time, and I have looked a few up, and there's one I couldn't find, so maybe someone can fix me on that one. But yeah, if you're a collector of Whitefriars textured glass, you need to use the Cool for Cats nicknames. You know the nickname, you're a cool guy. I've never been a big collector of it, but I can run you through some of the nicknames. So this one's called the Hoop Vase. This one's called, I'm picking 1972 because that seems to be peak textured, as in it's got the most different kinds in these catalogues that I can see. So anyway, this one's called Hoop Vase. This one's called the Cucumber. This is a little small one. It's called Finger Vase. These are just called your standard bark vases. Then next page, Banjo. This is the one everybody wants, especially if you can get a tangerine or a kingfisher one. That is absolute the ultimate, and they're very expensive, like a couple of grand. Drunken Bricklayer. I think that one's called the Mobile. Not sure what that one's called. This one's called the TV Vase. Oh, there's a big and a small Drunken Bricklayer. This one's called Volcano. Not sure what this one's called, or this one. These ones are called Nail Heads because it looks like bunches of nails. This one is called the Coffin for obvious reasons. And then what else? So this one's called the Totem. This one, I don't know. This is the one that was there. I think this is quite a rare one. I can't find any for sale, so I think it's rare. This one's called the Traffic Light, and there was one of those there. So yeah, that'll do. I think we're kind of, there's a few more here. This one's called Greek Key. This is a small Greek key. This one was there, and this one's called the Mallet. Actually, I think it can go back. I think where has it gone? Thinking on it, I've lost it now. Yeah, I think this is might be called the chessboard. I don't know. Might be. Might have got that wrong though. But anyway, yeah, they've all got nicknames. You can see none of those nicknames are in this catalogue. They're all kind of like post company. I don't know if they used those nicknames when they were being made, but they're definitely not in any of the catalogues. So there you go. It's the nicknames that all the collectors use, so they don't have to remember catalogue numbers. Got a little bit of trinket set here. I think this is Sowerby butterfly vase trinket set. Sorry, but we can look it up. I've not really seen it in real life very much, not with these anyway. So yeah, we'll try and find that. The website we're looking at is Glass Trinket Sets. Okay, so this is the section for Sowerby, and it's the 2552 butterfly from 1935. And I was looking at the film there, and it was bending my head a little bit because I didn't remember those little bowls that are like pedestal bowls. And then I suddenly realised actually they're upside down. They're candlesticks. Yes, they're candlesticks. So you need to flip those over, get them right way up. What we don't have is this little lidded bowl. So we've got this tray, this little pin tray or ring tray here. There doesn't seem to be a ring stand thing, so it's probably a ring tray. And there's no powder bowl. It looks like sometimes you'd have like 2 powder bowls. But anyway, that's what it is. It's Sowerby 1935 2552 butterfly. I didn't know there was another butterfly one by Bagley. If I go to Bagley, just so you can have a look, it's more butterfly-y, I would say, because even the tray is shaped like a butterfly. The candlesticks are got whole butterflies as opposed to having just a couple of wings sticking out of them. Yeah, the little pots are butterfly shaped. You know, the Bagley one is very butterfly-y, and the Sowerby one is it's just got some wings and things attached to it. So yeah, still quite nice, and the picture's quite nice on this. So anyway, so that's what it is. 1935. Oh, and there's colours as well. Does it tell you what colour? Just blue. It's just blue. I thought it might have a special name. They've just got this in. Stylistically, it looks like Walther and Zon, but yeah, I'm not 100% certain of that. And so we can try and look this up. Little etch panels, that's something they did, but Stozzle did it as well, and I think even Sowerby did it a bit, but it's not them. So we'll try and find that. So trying to find that bowl went averagely badly. I went to the usual suspects, no luck. I then punted around on some different catalogues, still no luck. I thought, okay, I'll punt a bit wider, still no luck. Did some Google searches, nope, 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 and nope. It is a uranium bowl though, because you did actually show me that. Does glow in the dark. That does add value even if you don't know who made it. And it looks very like something Walther and Zon would do, or Stozzle, or Sowerby in the 1930s. Looks very 1930s, but yeah, I can't find who made it. I nearly missed this cruet stand here, and I was looking at the bottles thinking it was 1840s or 1850s, and they opened a cabinet for me and turned it over, and the hallmark on the silver stand is 1846. It's really nice to get your dates right when you're guessing things and trying to just figure it out just from the styles. So I've come to Scottish Antiques, and they have two of these, what I would call boat style cruet services. This one is 1785. Now I don't know exactly when this style started. These bottles in here are much earlier than the ones that we were looking at in that bottle. So I wouldn't have said as early as 1875, but I've actually had a good look at the dates on them, and they do look to be 1785. I would like to get them out and have a proper look. There is a picture of somewhere. Yeah, there you go. I'm not 100% certain. It might be 1825, or it might be 78. I haven't been able to. They've said that the hallmark is by Abstinino King. I haven't been able to find him either, so I'd have to get my really big silver books out and have a proper play and have a look at them. But anyway, so this is an earlier cruet set, but the base that it's sitting in is the same kind of hammered out boat shape. It's and it's also got the same kind of gadrooning around the edge. If I go back, ooh, there you can see it there clearly. It's not as fancy as the one they've got, but it is the same kind of style. Now they do have another one. They have this one here. It's not as expensive. If you look at this one, it's £845. Yeah. They've got this one from 1860. So this is like 14 years later than the one we looked at. Yes. I'm not so keen on this one. But all this repoussé work here is very, very Victorianish. I prefer it when it's, they haven't put any good. I think the gadrooning, plain and simple gadrooning around the edge, and then the plain boat shape is more my fashion. But the bottles are very similar. I don't know. Do we get to see the? Yeah, that is a Victorian. So yeah, that looks about right for what they're saying. And by Robert Death. Nice. Anyway, So this style of bottle carried on for a little bit. And this is probably about the end of where they are. When I've looked in my Victorian catalogues, that are sort of like from the 1870s, this style of boat-shaped cruet set seems to have disappeared. Everything is like open frameworks, a bit like, if I go back here, not this, so there is some of this going on, and also let's see if I can find this style of thing where you've got like a flat base and then you've got like a framework around it. Yeah, they've got a few things. This is an early style as well. That's contemporary with this boat style. Yeah. So anyway, it's just nice to see at least one of the bottles isn't right there, and that makes a big difference to the price. It would be nice if they could get something that's a bit more right. I've got like about 10, 15, maybe more cruet bottles somewhere in boxes in the shed. I'm not sure I've got one that's a closer match than what they've got in there. Maybe not. But yeah, having a completely matching set with all the right stoppers makes a really big difference to the value. But the price they've got on there, I think it's £240, is a good price.
Between around 70.
This is quite a cool, huge piece of glass here. It's made by Sabina in Poland. I'm not going to turn it over, but it's got like a matte base, completely matte, and that's how they do it. Some people think they're Chinese, but they're not. They're Polish. So the Sabina vases are not very common. It's really hard to find lots of references. I've seen a vase like that before, with the same knobbly texture, pulled top, the matte base underneath in the same way, only this one had a label on it, the Sabina label. The labels come in a couple of ways. There's like, some of them are like white ones like this, there's silver ones, and the one I saw was like this one here. This isn't going to open, but it's like a clear plastic with Sabina. Now, I've just found out there's a reason why you can hardly find any of this Polish Sabina glass. It's because it's actually more of a studio place than a factory. So yeah, so this is why you don't see a lot of it. It looks like they've gone up market a bit since, I mean, look at this. This is amazing stuff. So they're still going today. So some of it is a bit plain like this and this, and some of it is super up market, they're more art glass. But it's not a big place. They aren't producing, so they were probably producing, when they were producing simpler works, they were probably producing more, but it looks like they have gone, you know, up market. Probably these guys, when they were started 20 years ago, they were doing more of that kind of work, and now they're doing really quite fancy stuff. If you look in here, yeah, this is just another level. So anyway, that's what it is. It's Sabina, and they're still going today. So I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, nicknames for Whitefriars glass. Interesting. Well, it's not just. It's just the nerdy things that collectors do, isn't it? You know. I don't know where those nicknames originated from. If anybody can tell me, I'd like to know, because I'm not one of the Baxter's Whitefriars insiders. There's people that know the value of everything and the value of all the different colours and all that kind of stuff, and that's not me. And anyway, but you can do it. Go on yourself and figure it out if you like, because you can just go into eBay, look it up. Remember to look at what's sold, not what the prices are set for. Remember to do that. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up now. So what do I have to say? Yes, I have to say all the references I used will be in the description below. All the contact details for Lockhouse Antiques will be in the description below. Remember to go for a visit if you're near there, because it is a good place. Lots of interesting bits and pieces, not just the glass. And please remember to like and subscribe, because it really helps my channel. And thank you for watching, and have a good night. Good night.